So I've run into a bit of a food problem. Mainly that I don't have any. Uh, till now I've been living mostly on, you know, cows that I find. But animals are kind of hard to find now because of that whole persistent passive animal thing. So I decided I need to make some sort of wheat farm. I decided to go down another layer and I set up this room. It's a little small, but this is just it's more of a proof of concept. And then I can expand it out this way for quite a bit. So basically the idea is I'm going to put water down here. This way the soil around it will be, when it's tilled, it'll be fertile. Hydrated? Yeah, hydrated. Then do that again here. And once I get once I get the water in here, I'm going to cover it with a stone slab, half slab, which means I can walk on it. And this will not block the water. They'll still be, fertile. Or, not fertile, I keep saying that. Hydrated. Even though you can't actually see the water, the dirt knows it's there. There we go. And this way there's 6 between them. So while standing on here I can easily reach 3 out. I can kind of reach 4 out, but it's a little difficult. So that means I can easily plant there without walking on the dirt and destroying it. And then we just plant. And I've also got, because of my mob trap, I have a ton of bones. So I can turn that into bone meal. Oh, I bet it's too dark in here. I'm gonna have to light it up a little. So I can turn that into bone meal and use that to just instantly grow the crops, which will go a lot faster. Now the next issue is harvesting. Oops, I went off onto the edge. The next issue is harvesting the crops. I don't want to have to do it by hand because doing things by hand is sucker's work. So I'm going to have a water system. It's going to pour water out from this back wall, flush all the crops out onto this front path, where I'll just walk by and pick them up. If it gets bigger, I might put in a secondary collection canal here, so it all goes to a center point. I think there's mob spawn like right out there on the mountainside. So I am going to have to light this up a little more, I think, because this does not like planting in the middle there. Let's see if we can get an idea of how much more light I need. Okay, looks like it's just in that middle section. Okay, it's only the one row is not quite lit. So that won't be hard to fix. Heck, I could just take out this middle here and put some torches up. And that'll take care of that, but we'll leave that for later. Okay, now for the water harvesting. Major problem is if water comes down directly on top of an item, like if I was to drop water here and come down onto here, it would destroy that one. So if I do this on the whole thing, it will destroy that whole first row, which will make it pointless. So I want the water to start there, and then that'll flow out and it'll end right here. So I think what I'm going to do is take out these 2 rows, and actually I'm going to go down underneath. We're going to put sticky pistons there that are facing up. So when they're powered, they're going to hold a stone block right there. When you turn them off, the stone block will go down. And above that will be some water. I found you can hold the water in using glass panes, like so. Let me get some water here. You can see how it looks. I took that from the wrong side. Okay. Then, so I can do this without making a mess. Nope, making a mess. Oh god, such a mess. Okay, and I'll hold it in just like that. I can still walk right up next to it because the glass panes are in the middle of the block. Yeah, I think that's got an alright look to it. And it'll look a little different because it'll be full water, full source block. Like that. There we go. It'll look like that the whole way over, which I think is a good look. And then activate the pistons, these blocks go down, the water will fall down, then run out this way, and deposit everything right here so I can just walk along and pick it up. So, first thing I think I'm going to run in another row of lighting, I guess, right here. And then we'll work on this in the back. I'm going to have to dig out a lot to put down the pistons and the red wire, the redstone wire. So let's work on that. I'm not going to lie to you, that took a lot longer to figure out than I thought it would. But I think I got it now. Let's see if this works. Okay, this lever goes here, and we got that little redstone there, inverter dealy. So right now this is coming through and it's powered on. And part of the issue is that pistons are a huge pain. You can't just run a redstone wire alongside them and have them just work. So I had to make, so I'm going to do 2 rows. Oh, I just ruined that farmland there. Okay. We got a row of pistons, and then behind it we're going to do a row of redstone repeaters, which are dark for some reason. Now these you can run a wire right along it. I should need to... Okay. Do you hear that? That's the sound of everything working the way it should. Awesome. Now that I have locked myself in, I kind of like the sound of pistons. I know some people don't, but whatever. I don't care about those people. Okay. That looks like that is correct. Then I'm gonna... Yeah, and I'm gonna put blocks here, because there's no reason for those to ever come down, because I don't need water running there. I'm still going to put water on top of it just because I think it will look better to have the water run all the way across. Let's put down the pistons and let's go through and block this off with as much block as we can. And this part's not visible, so let's just use cobble. Actually, I don't think that part was visible either, but whatever. I don't like having visible cobblestone, because, cobblestone is kind of ugly. No offense to anyone who loves cobblestone, but generally, it only really is appropriate in mega builds where you just need a lot of material, like, for instance, a mob trap. Okay, I don't think I cut any wires. Okay, we're all still going. Now we put on more smooth stone. I'm just going to wreck this farmland, whatever, I don't care. I can rebuild it. I have the hoe technology. Okay, and this is it in its off state. And then when I want to harvest, I'll hit that button and water will come pouring out. First, let us put up the water. And, how to do this? Yeah, I'm just going to put up the water first and let it flow out. And then afterwards I'll put in the glass panes and pen it in. Because there's nothing here that's going to be ruined by water flowing. I think I should grab more buckets for this. I think I left all my like 30-something buckets in the mob trap. Alright, I got enough to work with here. So this is one of the reasons why I don't like... Well, not don't like, but am not good at making videos. So I feel like I have to keep talking or narrating in some manner, and I'm not very good at it. But we will power through. Maybe with practice I will improve, who knows. Okay, now let's block that off with some glass. And these are glass panes, not glass blocks, which is an important distinction. Of course, they're a little harder to place because you gotta get them edge on. Ah, come on. No, get back here. Ah, no, that's not right. Almost. Just a couple more. There we go. Okay, now, if I did this right, I'm going to hit that lever, water will pour out, and will only go to right here at the edge between the two. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. And then I hit the lever again. And that is beautiful. Ah, I'm proud of this. So now we can cover that up. Till some of our soil. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Let's just do a test here. And I already put my seeds up. You have to put a chest down there with just seeds and bone meal. So it'll just be more convenient. Okay, let's just do this row. And this is 3 by 7, so we should get 21 wheat out of this one row. Well, not really a row, but I don't know. Yeah, I stepped on it. You gotta remember, holding shift won't keep you from falling off a half slab above a slab because you can just walk there normally. I could put full blocks up here, then that would have worked. But then I would have been a little high. I don't know. I like the looks of the slab better. And that gave me 21 wheat. It works perfectly. Everything is going according to plan. Now I can use this to make a lot of bread. Because until they introduce the actual animal breeding thing in the proper game, or I install the leak, which I might because it looks like they've delayed the 1.9 again. Actually not delayed because they never released a date for it, but they push back the date when people think that it might come out again. It's kind of confusing because they put out the 1.8 pre-release almost like a week before the 1.8 came out. And now we've had 1.9s for goddamn ever. And I'm getting tired of waiting. So I might do one of the leaks, maybe if another leak comes out, I'll do that one. I keep calling them leaks when it's obviously, you know, Notch himself who's putting them out, so it's more like just a pre-release. But I might do that. I don't know. I'd rather not, because it would just be kind of buggy, but maybe I'll have to. No, I should have brought more seed, I think. Oh, I did bring more seed. Ha! Take that. Okay, and I can either immediately make this all grow up with bone meal, or I can let it grow naturally. Probably mostly do it with the bone meal though, because letting it grow naturally just takes way too long. But I think this worked out pretty well. And really there's still a lot more room out this way in the mountain that I can put out before I run into, you know, not a mountain, which is where I'd have to stop because I don't want to be building this out into the open air. The whole point of this mountain base is to be inside of a mountain with a observation deck on top. Definitely going to put a chest down there to keep in the seeds and bone meal. Because it'll just be easier that way. I'll just have to worry about the wheat. I'll just put it here. So we don't need that water anymore. Yeah, actually I don't like that. I've changed my mind. Also, I really don't like how they changed chests. They've made them smaller. I don't care for it. I've mentioned this before, but I feel it deserves mention again. That might block some water. Let's ruin all the good work I just did. I can still pick it up. Just gotta walk up next to it. Okay, we're all good. And here's a full load. I like the look of that. The way the water runs through it. Takes a few seconds for everything to run out. A few things get caught on the half slabs. But we just gotta... Normally I'd be replanting anyways, so they would just get picked up when I go do that. Now we're clear to replant. We got 84 wheat and 132 seeds. So I think that's a pretty good return. And this is expandable. I can just keep running it out this way until I hit the edge of the mountain. So I'm liking it. Very good. Thanks for watching.